Hello everyone, and I'm Urmi, as you all know. I'm here to share a very interesting topic with you today. Have you ever wondered why there is so much of suffering in this world? In fact, that is something that has always plagued me with so much of rampant, so much of upheaval, so much of, pain, grief, trauma, negativity in the world today, and so many untoward incidences happening. I often used to think, ever since I was a child, why there is so much of suffering in this world. So, today I'm bringing you this video to basically share with you a spiritual perspective of this. This is my understanding of this, which I thought I should share with all of you. When we are born, in each incarnation, the soul takes on certain key lessons that it must fulfill, right? We come with one major lesson along with two, three, or maybe four more secondary or tertiary lessons. But most of the time, when we come in a human incarnation, the lessons that the soul is supposed to learn, we are unable to fulfill all of it. If we are lucky, we learn our primary lesson, or we probably learn a couple of our tertiary and secondary lessons, but we don't actually learn our primary lesson. And the soul needs to come back over and over again to learn that lesson. But generally, even multiple births are not enough for us humans to learn those lessons, and the soul has to keep coming back and it is unable to reach salvation or moksha. Now imagine that there are more than 8 billion people in this world, and each one of us are coming multiple times to learn lessons. So can you imagine the amount of karmic backlog that is there out in the collective? So every time our lesson is unlearned by the soul, it leads to some kind of a karmic deficit or a karmic backlog, if you will, and that adds on to the collective, and it keeps on growing and growing and growing at a burgeoning state, right? And with more and more untoward incidences happening, this adds on to the karma. Now, at the end of the day, when this world will come to an end, that is on Judgment Day or apocalypse, obviously the Earth, Mother Earth, and the entire universe needs to wipe out this entire backlog of karma to start afresh, to renew, to take rebirth, right? So that we can pass on from the current Kal Yuga, as they say, into the Suvarna Yuga, or the Golden Age, right? So all of that karma needs to be wiped out, and we as humans are taking on this role from time immemorial. Our soul needs to, expiate this karma through our experiences. And as time passes, there are more and more souls being born onto this earth because we are taking on this role. Because as and when the collective karma increases, more and more souls are volunteering to come onto this earth to expiate this karma by learning these lessons. But still, it's not enough. And this collective karma is growing and burgeoning at lightning speed, like I said. So what is nature's way to deal with this? There has to be some way, right? Because it can't keep increasing, it has to decrease. We need to expiate this karma. So nature's way to expiate this, the easiest way, is through natural calamities and disasters. So be it floods or tsunamis or cyclones or earthquakes or fires, etc. That's the natural way. And of course there are human made ways, man made ways, which is war, annihilation, destruction, genocide, all of that we are seeing today, terror attacks and all of that. So through these untoward incidences, we are actually, expiating this karma bit by bit by bit. So imagine at the end of the day, when it's Judgment Day, and we have to settle our accounts. We have 1,000 kilos of this negative karma out in the collective, and if through these various untoward incidences we are able to expiate the karma by 30, 40, 50, 60%, what will happen is, ultimately, maybe on Judgment Day, which we call as the point of no return, when the entire, not only Mother Earth, the entire universe, probably the entire multiverse, will collapse and go back to a black hole, and from there a new universe would be born. Maybe if we are able to expiate this karma to a significant extent, and we are probably left with 40 or 30% of the remaining collective negative karma, then probably all of us might not be demolished or abolished. Some of us might be able to transcend into the new world. I don't know. This is just a theory that I have in my mind. So, as time passes, it might not be a very palatable thing to hear, but these so-called untoward incidences, these so-called suffering, is only going to increase because more and more souls are volunteering to expiate this karma, and the only way to expiate this karma is through human suffering, through various forms, through natural calamities, through wars, through genocide, through destruction, through annihilation, through religious ideologies, differences, riots, etc. All of that you can imagine. So this is our way of doing our bit for this universe. And when this happens, it causes so much of pain, so much of grief and trauma, and especially if it happens to our loved ones. We think, where is the earth heading towards? But if we look at it from a spiritual lens, we will understand that we have all signed up for this at a soul level, and this is bound to happen. So I hope this gives you some clarity, some perspective, even though it's not a very easy or not a very palatable concept to digest. But at least this perspective will help ease the pain. It will help us understand the reason behind human suffering to a large extent. So yeah, if this video helps you, keep following me for more such content, and If you want me to work with you, I am a spiritual healer and energy healer. I use multiple modalities like subconscious mind reprogramming, EFT, Ho'oponopono, NLP, etc., to help work with you and help manage various issues in your life. I help you become whole again. So if you want to, give it a shot, if you want to work on yourself, then do reach out to me, DM Awaken, and I will be happy to get in touch with you. Thank you, and all the best.